evening, everybody. Sherman D. Manning coming to you live from Los Angeles, California, the Baldwin Hills area I am in at this particular juncture and in time. It has been a great day. We've come almost to the end of this day. We've come to the conclusion of this particular day, and I am thankful to the good Lord for one more day. I want to thank God for all of my listeners in Switzerland, all of you who are in Switzerland listening to this podcast tonight. Do me a very special favor, please. All of my Swiss, I've been bragging on you and talking about what great people you are and how much I love you and how much I loved your country. Do me a favor, don't make me look bad. Send me an email so I can show somebody an email from someone in Switzerland. ShermanDManning at gmail.com. ShermanDManning at gmail.com. ShermanDManning at gmail.com. I'll give it again in 90 seconds. Please, my Swiss friends, let me show people an email from someone in Switzerland other than Peter, because that is biased and that doesn't really count. Peter is the best friend that I have on the planet. He is like a brother to me. He is like my own family. His beautiful wife, Katrin, their two kids, Felix Alexander and Philip Michael, are my godsons. So they don't count. I need an email from someone in Switzerland, you, the person listening right now, who has downloaded this, who has gotten this podcast on demand. Let it be you. Don't look to someone else or say someone else will probably do it, or I don't have to worry about it. Let it be you. Please send me a text message, an email at ShermanDManning at gmail.com. It's all one word. SHERMAN, Sherman D. Manning at gmail.com. Send me an email so I can say this is from my people in Switzerland who listen to this podcast. I'm bent over, so forgive the lack of enunciation. So please do that for me. Can you do that? Can you do that? CH stands for Switzerland. This podcast is dedicated to all of my friends in Switzerland. This has been the Swiss day. So show them the Swiss way. Show them that you all are givers and not takers. Don't just take the podcast and do nothing about it. Give back. Send me an email so I can show someone an email from the people, the Swiss people. Please, please, young man, young woman, old man, old woman, middle-aged man, middle-aged woman, whoever you are, wherever you are in Switzerland, whether you're in Bern, Mellingen, Zurich, Lucerne, wherever you are in Switzerland, send me an email and say, I heard you. I am in so-and-so. Whatever part of the country you're in, please list that in the email. I'm looking for that email tonight, and I want to show it to someone tomorrow. I'm having an executive meeting tomorrow with the people who are helping me to expand the podcast. And the more emails I can show them, the better chance we have at expanding this and making this an even bigger deal than it already is. So I'm going to ask you one last time. If you are in the land of Switzerland, whatever time, whatever day you are getting this podcast on demand, please do me a special favor. Send me an email upon hearing it and simply say, Sherman, I heard you. I am in such and such a city in Switzerland. Please, please do that for me today. And to the rest of you in San Jose, California, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Georgia, Fort Ritchie, United Kingdom, the Barbados, Netherlands, I'm so sorry, wherever you are in this country, wherever you are in this world, wherever you're listening, please send me an email tonight. I'm having an executive meeting tomorrow all about this podcast. And the more emails I'm able to show the producers, the better off I am. So please, please, if you want me to professionalize this podcast and make it much, much better, then what I need you to do is your part. And your part is to simply send me an email and say that I heard you, Sherman, and tell me what city you heard me in. And that will be a blessing. It will be a very, very major help to this podcast. Can you do that for me? I am Sherman D. Manning, joining you live from Baldwin Hills, California. And my request again is that you simply send me an email and tell me that you heard this podcast. Tell us where you are, what city, what state, what country where you heard the podcast. It'll be very, very helpful to us. So it's do or die tonight. You all will either meet my requests or you will sit there and wait on someone else to do it and we'll lose the podcast altogether. It's up to you. Do you want this podcast to stay on the air? Do you enjoy the podcast? Do you enjoy the subjects that we cover here? Is it, a good thing to you? If it is, it's simple. ShermanDManning@gmail.com. The more emails I get, the better chance I have at keeping this podcast on the air. If I do not receive emails, this show will be canceled. Sherman D. Manning, let me know. Bye-bye.